refuse to not be first.
Do we do enough? Well, I never shut up about it.
It must have been about 16, 17. We nicked their guilt rings. Right, the bouncer's guilt ring.
This is no good for me. That's the reality. If you want the honest truth, and I see it every day.
Razaban IFL TV proudly sponsored by Everlast with me, heavyweight Frazer Clarke. Fraser, what's going on? You're just walking around with your hood on. Literally, like all you're doing is backstage walking around with your hood on.
Yeah, because I've done a few interviews today. Remember, I'm the guy that never ever says no to an interview. I like to give everyone my time. Sometimes, I just gotta take a bit of time for myself. I come to every single show when I'm not training, I'm not fighting, and I give everyone my time because I don't like saying no to people. You guys call me, you do a good job. Everyone does a good job, you know what I mean? Everyone asks good questions. But sometimes, especially I've been working tonight, so it's like I just sometimes have to just, select a few people that I can speak to because it drives you mad. That's it.
How many fights in now? 5, 6?
6.
Driving you mad already?
No, not driving you mad, but remember, it is a bit draining, when I came to watch a boxing with my friends run, and sometimes I need to go for a piss earlier, but I didn't because I knew I was going to take me 40 minutes to go for a piss because not because of the fans, because of the media. But obviously, I spend enough time with you guys. I never say no to anyone, but tonight just had to be a bit more reserved and just chill because I know what questions are coming and I haven't really got too many answers.
Well, I do appreciate you giving me a little bit of time. Just firstly, listen, some of the boys on the show tonight, you know them very well. Let's start with Ben Whittaker, Shades of Prince, Nassim Hamid with that ring walk today.
Yeah, there was, and obviously he has a long way to go before he's doing what Nas did, but he's definitely on the right journey, the right start. Some lovely shot picking, some lovely dance moves. Ben can do it all.
Do you feel like he's one of the most decorated amateurs coming out of the GB?
Honestly, the only people that beat him in the amateurs were like the top fighters. He's very talented. I think he has the talent to go all the way. But obviously we know that talent is just not enough in this game. So many more things he'll have to prove, and I'm sure he will. I'm positive he will. The better the opponent comes, probably the less you'll see of the showboating. And when it's a serious fight and a serious fight, he can do that as well. It's not a problem for him.
But Chisora and Derek said to me, listen, it's fine doing it for 1 or 2 rounds, but then get on your opponent and get rid of him.
Yeah, I suppose it's different opinions, isn't it? People want to see what they want to see, but ultimately that's what he did. So Ben's just a bad man. Some people are going to love him, some are going to hate him. I think everyone will end up tuning in.
Joshua Bat's in the ring. It looks like it's going to probably go the distance. You've known Josh a long time. You've been out of the ring for a little while as well. So, is it tough sometimes when you have such a long period out and then come back in?
Proper difficult, man. Just timing's a little bit off, and you're back under the lights. Birmingham's been good in terms of numbers, but it's a little bit flat out there. I'd like to see a little bit more atmosphere. Do you know what I mean? I don't know what that is, why that is. Probably because Josh is not from round here. But it's difficult as well, because you start picking up on that. So, but I think he's doing a good job. I've been watching it, obviously. I just want to beat the traffic on the way back. So he has been doing fantastic, to be fair.
Beat the traffic. You're not too far down the road, are you?
No, but I want to go home and go to bed, man.
Okay, Fraser.
Drum roll.
June 10th.
Yeah.
Saw poster. Frazer Clarke's fighting June 10th.
See the interview.
Now, a few weeks before that, when we spoke, you said Wardley's name quite a few times. You've even said his name sometimes when not asked, because you want that British title. Of course, you back yourself.
Of course.
I then speak to Fabio and I say the board has, for some reason, ordered Fraser next, and people thought it might be David Adelaide next or someone else, but you went next. All of a sudden, I see a picture of Eddie Hearn at Portman Road at the football stadium. Fabio said Eddie's promised him he's going to put his hands in his pocket to bring the fight here. So, open question. It's your version of events. Where are we, and is that fight next for you?
Where we're at is, I would love that fight next. Frazer Clarke, the fighter, the boxer, wants that fight next. Make no mistake about that. You heard it here from the horse's mouth. I want that fight. Now we're at the position where the purse bid is on Wednesday. It sort of leaves my control. I've let it be known to the people on my side of the table that I want the fight. Now what they do with that is up to them. I don't know if you might be able to tell from my voice, you might not. It's not been all positive this week, some of the conversations, but I won that fight. I'd like to be fully supported by the people that are supposed to support me in going into that fight. At this moment in time, I'm not sure whether that is going to happen, but I want the fight, and I want it. But I genuinely, for people that know me, people that don't know me, I want to fight Fabio Wardley. I'll fight Fabio Wardley, not a problem in the world. That's it.
Fraser, you've been around a long time. If I said to you, there's a fight there with Tyson Fury, I know you will say no. You will jump straight in. Fighters are not scared, but ultimately, as promoters, Eddie, Ben and Frank like to say, boxing is a business and we have commodities that we have to look after and look at the best interests. So, saying that, is there a chance that the fight does not happen next?
I think there's always a chance, but for me, the honest answer is I don't know what's going to happen, because there's a lot of beating around the bush. I'm not getting too many honest answers, too many straight answers, which has pissed me off. But I want to fight. I'm asking all the questions. I don't seem to get the answers I want to get, or I'm not getting a straight answer. I'm just a straight up guy. Tell me straight. But I want to fight. I'm mandatory for the fight. Through some people think I should be, some people think I shouldn't be. What was done, and I want the fight. Whether that's Portman Road, fucking anywhere. I want to fight. I'm not bothered about it, but like you just said, I didn't quite realise how much of a business it was until you're in it. You hear pro boxing is a business. Let me tell you, it really is.
In terms of your training team, so let's leave your promotional management team out. Your training team, you haven't done 10 rounds or 12 rounds yet as a profession. From your training team's perspective, are you not fit enough? That's not the right word, but do you need more time? Do you need some more 10, 12 rounders before going in there with someone like Fabio?
Yeah, that just makes sense. Even myself, I'd love to have another fight, but at the same time, I'd fight him next as well. But if I had the opportunity to fight again, would I? Yeah, absolutely. Would my training team like me to fight again? They're smart people. It's black and white. I've never done more than 6 rounds. Of course. Whether I get that, whether I don't, is a different question. But once again, I would definitely take I'd bite the bullet. I'd fight him. No problem.
Just final question. Eddie Hearn has said that if you do fight on June 10th, Fabio will then have an interim fight, and then that fight will happen afterwards. Is that better for you, in a way?
Not a problem, is it? Both have a fight. Wouldn't be a problem at all. Yeah, happy days. That's fair enough. If I was to fight, he could fight as well. Fair enough.
Okay, I'm not going to start asking you to send a message to Fabio Wardley and goad him, because I know you're not like that.
No, we've had our back and forth, so I think we've done a very good job. You know what, commends to me and him. I think we did very good. And then the last three weeks, I'd say, we both had our nut down. The socials have stopped. 2 guys that wanted to fight each other and are scheduled to fight each other. I know he had his holiday, come back. I've been in the gym. I've seen he's back in the gym. That's not me stalking him. I just follow him on social media. So the one thing that shows me is he's about his business the same way I am. So the phones have gone down. The phones have gone to ground. He's been putting the work in, and so have I. And I hope one day, soon, the public get to see me and Fabio Wardley. How that comes about, I'm not sure, but I hope it happens.
Okay, Fraser, appreciate giving you your time. Obviously, I think Joshua actually just got the decision, so yeah, go see your mate and celebrate.
Nice one, man. Respect.
Frazer Clarke, IFL TV, thank you very much.
Because I refuse to not be first.
Do we do enough? Well, I never shut up about it.
It must have been about 16, 17. We nicked their guilt rings. Right, the bouncer's guilt rings.
This is no good for me. That's the reality. If you want the honest truth, and I see it every day,